Welcome back to another episode of Tales of the Lone Wolf. Today I'm going to talk about the dysfunctional lone wolf. Did you grow up with a really tight-knit family? I bet you didn't. Or if you did, over time, it became unraveled. When I was growing up, I was always intrigued by my friends who had very close-knit families. I could tell they had a bond with their families that didn't exist in mine. These families worked together and relied on one another to contribute to each other's well being. There was a sense of togetherness and cohesiveness, a sense of belonging. As you heard in episode 1, my family was not cohesive. And as the years went on, it broke down more and more. First, my parents divorced. Both of them got remarried. My sister was the first one to be ostracized from our family. That was pretty much the day my brother was born, and she became the middle child. And it all seemed to go downhill for her from there. My mom would divorce again and again. After my mom's third divorce and then my own divorce, my family systems took a big hit, and it's been over 10 years since we've all been together as a family. The pack that the lone wolf has come from might turn their backs on them. And so the lone wolf might spend many years feeling betrayed from their family of origin. Did your family lack a sense of community with the outside world or cohesiveness with other families? Was there any level of scarcity in your home? What about competition? Most lone wolves are born into a pack that is disconnected. And this disconnected pack that you were born into is likely made up of other lone wolves who joined together. I received a comment on one of my videos asking me, what is the point of someone seeking out a lone wolf? What would be the reason someone would look for a lone wolf? And I responded, either it's a toxic wolf who's looking to manipulate this lone wolf, or it's another lone wolf that wants some genuine connection and to find somebody who's just like them, who understands them. But the thing is that lone wolves typically come from a dysfunctional family. The lone wolf, for the most part of their life, are themselves dysfunctional. If you don't like that term, oh well, that's just the word that I'm using today. Because let's face it, they've been dissed, right? They've been dismissed. So this whole notion of lone wolves, finding other lone wolves to make families with, they are bringing their unhealed dysfunctions together. As I've said in my other lone wolf videos, I can see a tendency for lone wolves to breed other lone wolves. This isn't too far-fetched from our understanding of how neurodiversity is hereditary. I've seen some of you commenting on having ADHD, and I'm sure some may also be on the autistic spectrum. It comes with an immediate feeling of not fitting in and feeling disconnected from other people. Meanwhile, having a family that was dysfunctional would become the norm anyway. And so leaving the pack didn't seem like something that was out of the ordinary. And in fact, it was something that you yearned for. This would mark the time to explore new paths that had not yet been taken. We might have seen our parents taking paths that we knew not to travel those ones, or, maybe I will take that path, but I'm going to do that one differently, just to find ourselves at the exact same place that they landed in. Most times, though, it's an opportunity to try something new that yields in failure of a different sort. But failure and mistakes are how we learn. This is why it takes a while for the lone wolf to generate an empowered sense of lone wolf energy, because for the most part, they are operating from a very wounded place. And it's not until midlife that being a lone wolf starts to take a toll again. This is the exact time that the lone wolf will make amends with their own dysfunctions. Not only do they not want a new pack, they just don't want any pack. In my next video, I'll be talking about the ways to become an empowered wolf by embracing both the healed masculine and healed feminine energies. This is a huge part of the path towards empowerment and owning and embracing the lone wolf energy.